When I was in Ontario for 2 weeks, Brigitte had to deal with a forest fire that was closing in on the homestead. We're gonna take you over and kind of show you a bit what happened. So we're just gonna drive over instead of going through the woods. Be a little easier for us than taking the tractor because we don't have the ATV right now.
Yes, looks like we have a forest fire right behind us. We just saw one of those planes that drop waters. The wind is going toward our house, so I don't know, hopefully they're gonna stop it before. We have no idea where the fires come from. It smells like smoke right now. Ah! Right there, so close to us.
So we just arrived and parked out at the road, and in the official report from the fire department, it had basically said it was recreational. So someone who was either ATVing or camping or hunting or hiking or something like that, something in regards to that somehow set the fire. So they didn't specify what it was, whether it was someone with a campfire or someone smoking or something like that, but whatever it was, we just walked into it and we can see it's all the black trees and everything. We'll show you around now. So just off the path on the left, it looks like this is kind of where it started in this area somewhere. And then the wind was blowing that way and pushed the fire down further into the heavier pine. Just at the start of this area, there's still stuff popping up through. Looks like some ferns, still some moss growing.
You can still smell the smoke.
Yeah, can still smell it in the air. There's a lot of needles still on the trees in this area though. So walking a bit further down, kind of what we showed you going forward. And as we get further down here, you can see that there's less and less leaves on the trees, less needles on the trees. You can see it's burned more stuff. You can really see the difference in, you know,
It's a black forest.
Just like 50 feet, it changes quite a bit here. What you can see here is where the fire stayed on this side, and then it jumped to these little islands of bush here. And I'd say that's probably a good 30-40 feet. What's amazing too is you can really tell the way the wind was blowing. This island here was touched and burned, but just further down there, you know, nothing touched at all. We're just a little bit further down from the island I just mentioned, and right now you can really smell the smoke and the burn. It's a lot stronger. Yeah, you can kind of see now more of these little islands here. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, I guess, that the fire basically just jumped over to them and it continued over. This is where it came from, and you can see like this tree here is not touched, and there's a little path going down there. The trees on that side don't seem to be touched at all, but from this last island it got away into the bush over there. So here you can see we're at the start of the new area where it basically jumped over this little island, another 40 feet of sand, and just headed into the bush here. Now there's nothing really past this that would stop it from going to our place or any of the other houses along our road. And this is about, I want to say it's about a kilometer and a half from our place, and the wind was basically pushing it right towards us. It hasn't, once the snow melted here, everything was really dry. We didn't have a lot of rainfall over the last little bit, so you can see that all the moss, the leaves, pine needles, they're just waiting to go up, I guess. So Brigitte just pointed out this pine here. The bark is all black from being burned. All the needles are gone from the north side, but most of the needles on the south side are still there. So while walking through this, looks like tons of blueberry plants, lots of other bushes, branches from pines. They're all kind of burned off and charred at the top here. And when this, I guess, started going, they had 4 water bombers from the local station come up, and they were working on this area trying to get this put out. It burned a total of about 17 acres. You can really see when walking through here though where the wind pushed it and what a difference the wind makes. All down the 2 sides we can still see stuff that wasn't touched. Down this side over here wasn't touched. It basically went in a straight line that way. So Brigitte was just mentioning that how weird it feels to walk through this. There's no everything's black, charred.
Yeah, this looks surreal.
Yeah.
We are in a different world.
Yeah, just crazy. We're heading back out now, but I just wanted to show you this. There's, in the woods here and even behind our place, there's so many trees like this that are dead or basically dead. There's all this tinder on them. There's stuff on the ground that's flammable. It needs to be cleaned up, so we're working on our property to try and get it cleaned up, get rid of all the dead stuff, help new stuff grow up. Not only does it help prevent stuff like this, but also helps, you know, green up the earth. So, and it's not to say forest fires are, we can't have forest fires, because there's a lot of cases where forest fires help bring new life. So as long as it's, you know, not damaging people's livelihoods, people's homes, animals, that sort of thing, it's good to have a forest fire every now and then to kind of revitalize and get some new growth going in. Again, it's extremely dangerous, and you know, anyone who's suffered through it probably doesn't think it's a good thing. But while we're here too talking about this, I want to put a big shout out for all the fire departments out there. The guys flying the water bombers, the dispatchers, the guys on the ground, not only here but around the world, where you guys have to deal with this kind of stuff and you know, put your own lives on the line to help prevent more damage and other lives. It's really an awesome thing that you guys do. So a big thank you out there to anyone dealing with firefighting. So in the report as well that the department put out, they basically said that if they couldn't have contained the fire, then us, Brigitte, well, her, because I wasn't here, but her and the kids and all the other people along the road probably would have had, what, an hour to get out. It would have not very much time to collect and pack up things you want to save. So we're gonna be working at trying to green up our property, create some more fire breaks, make it more moist, make it a little more fire resistant as well. So try and make sure that if this does happen again, we'll be a little more protected. Even though the guys did one hell of a job in keeping everybody safe here.
There was 4 water plane fighting. It's pretty rare that you're going to see 4 planes.
Having 4 planes go, like you said, is kind of a rare circumstance.
Yeah. They were working like in a team of 2, recharging on the Saint Laurent River.
2 dropping, 2 picking up.
Yeah.
Crazy. So here at our place, you can kind of see what we're doing is creating a fire break here. We're going to take all these trees back. Not only does that help create a little bit of a fire break, but it'll give us more garden space as well, which is great. We're going to be planting other trees in here. We'll probably put in some more fruit trees, some more maples, some other stuff like that. And what you'll notice is that as we kind of go through this area too, you know, you get a lot of young stuff growing up in, but you can see the dead stuff that's fallen down. Right here you can kind of see the dead stuff that, you know, we need to clean up and get rid of. So if you have a forest filled with this kind of stuff, it's just firewood waiting to go, tinder waiting to go. This is kind of what most of the woods behind us look like. So it'll be good to get this all cleaned up on our property anyway and make it a little safer for us. Get some other trees planted. We'll probably put in another cow field over here as well, just to create another fire barrier too. So yeah, that's what Brigitte had to deal with when I was away. So wasn't too much fun. I was about a 9-hour drive, had a couple drinks. So the chances of me getting back to do anything when they had given us an hour to get out, not very cool. So guys, that's about it for this video. I hope you stay safe. Love you guys.